And they weren't moving to Canada or anything. A lot of poor whites had the same fate. The sharecroppers, they died. And they're not counted as casualties in the Civil War. They may die 5, 6, 7 years after, but they couldn't have ends meet. Reconstruction was horrible, and a lot of blacks move up north and face worse prejudice than ever because there was no opportunity in the South. They economically devastated, so we go and the Rust Belts and mining businesses and construction especially, and we're just treated like dirt, and ended up back on the slavery spectrum along with the Irish and other poor immigrants who were being paid in scrip. And if you know what scrip pay is, it's not like you get $1. You get this special kind of money that can only be spent at the company store. So whenever they pay you, they get back again. And they would do horrible things like rent them their equipment. So you have a pickaxe and whatever to go in the mine, but you got to rent it from the company. So here's your wage. You would figure out you couldn't save, you couldn't anything. And that led to the Blair Mountain Rebellion. And this is the 1920s. This is way after the Civil War. Slavery continued under the form of scrip pay. And then you had the Colorado coal strikes and some other strikes in Logan County. And eventually they abandoned scrip. Started paying people real money. But it took like World War I veterans to come home and fight with the federal government for 3 months. 1 million rounds. 1 million rounds of ammunition. They even used the Air Force on them to get those labor rights for real and really put an end to slavery. So it didn't come around from wearing pink pussy hats. It came from a bunch of rednecks. And I mean that literally. That's the word redneck is from the Blair Mountain Rebellion, where they had the red bandana that they tie around their neck so they would know who's who when they're fighting these goons and private detective agencies and things. That's these West Virginia rednecks, black and white, all fighting against the scrip pay and living conditions. They lived in tents, and it was awful. And if you look at the rest of how the railroads were built after the war, the amount of racism is like, oh, we fought to end this. What happened to Greasy Grass or Little Bighorn or Wounded Knee twice? And it's Custer. It's Union generals. It's all the same Union commanders that were in the war out there killing the Lakota and the Sioux, and total genocide, by the way. I mean, they lost at Little Bighorn, but they massacred basically old people and children at Wounded Knee, women. They had the policy of shooting the buffalo later and starving them. You know how it went. And now and again, they might lose a battle. Captain Jack stuck it to them. Crazy Horse stuck it to them. The Apache were a handful, especially Naiche and Geronimo. But through attrition, they just kept moving across. Comanche got wiped out because of all the new weapons the Civil War had made, Gatling guns, 6-shooters, and revolvers, and then there was smallpox. So, because they had defeated, this is pretty Chad, the Comanche had defeated the Spanish, the Mexicans, the United States, and the Confederates in field of battle, and just about every other native group around there. But they eventually lost to disease and 6-shot revolvers. But that